Hey, what's good, people? I did not test my setup. This is your man, Abuamerican. What's good? Co-wife.com. Get over there, sign up. Abuamerican products, Abuamerican.com products. Go over there. We got something for everybody. Actually, I don't have something for the ladies, and I'm thinking about making something for the ladies. So, welcome. Well, we better start off with the questions fast. Let me check. Let me just check and make sure all my audio and everything is working. It is reading, yes. All right, we're good then. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah. So, mashallah. But it's starting off with the questions fast. Mashallah. Inshallah, everybody's well on this fine weekend. Welcome back to Lee and Shay 2.0. Abuamerican, I have a question. How can I take life not too seriously? A lot of people say I'm too serious. Or is this a good thing? Man, that's like so general. It's kind of hard to answer that one. I don't know what you mean. Life is serious. You know, it's not like a video game where you got like multiple tries. I mean, unless you got rich parents or something. I mean, take life seriously, but don't be like, you know, a person who can't have fun and enjoy life either at the same time, you know. It'd be miserable to be around, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you mean exactly by that. You know, it could be good, it could be bad. It's all contextual, actually. So, anywho, Lee's downstairs. What's up, Shay?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm always good, thank you. I'm always good. Alhamdulillah. I don't know what's going on downstairs. Give me one momo, s'il vous plaît. Okay, so you know, the topic was nobody's perfect. And so until everything gets settled and Lee gets up here and everything, let's talk about that. You know, I think there's this misnomer that comes from like social media that everything's supposed to be perfect. That everything's supposed to be like, you know, peachy clean, whatever else. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And you know, when you look at your you know, your parents' relationship and your grandparents' relationship, yeah, it wasn't perfect. You know, people aren't meant to be perfect. But, and let me get a little corny here. There is, I suppose, what you could call a perfect type of love. And that perfect type of love is where like you love a person with their imperfections. Now, this is something we don't hear a lot about in this zone, in this sphere we're in, about talking about love and emotions and feelings, whatever else. And guys, it appeals to the masculine to want to be that ultra masculine and to like, you know, all this type of stuff. Now, I'm not saying be vulnerable and all that other goofy stuff you're talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying, you know, oh, I'm in love, I'm in touch with my feelings, and you know, blah 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 blah. No, don't be a girlfriend. But what I am saying is that, you know, you can't have a relationship that's going to be successful without like, you know, that aspect of everything going on. And with that comes the understanding that every person is going to have like their faults. Every person, nobody's a malaika. The malaika, the angels, for those who you don't know what it's called, they are perfect. They were created in a particular way, and humans ain't it. So let me say specifically to the sisters out there, because y'all sisters are on some like next level stuff. Man, dudes aren't perfect, but neither are you. You are not perfect. Stop expecting like standards up here from dudes when you're down here with him. The angels are perfect, and what you have to stay with me here in context. Angels only obey Allah. They don't disobey him. So they're perfect in the sense that Allah gives a command, they follow it. They don't fail in their tasks and their duty to Allah. Do people do that? Obviously not. So in that regard, they're perfect. This is what I'm speaking about. My brother Rashid with the 10-year-old super chat. May Allah continue to ease all your affairs. Ameen. And yours. Ameen. Keep you safe and increase your provisions beyond with increase in goodness and righteousness. Ameen. And I make the same for you, bro. May Allah grant you the same and multiply it. Ameen. So, Lee and Shay. Lee's here now, finally. What's up, Lee?
What's up, yo?
How you doing?
Hungry.
She over here eating. She got like this plate of food over here looking all tasty. Good thing I'm not hungry. I go over there and steal it from her.
What is spicy though?
You know, spicy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, this woman got no taste buds. How tall am I? I'm 6'3". Alhamdulillah. Allahumma barak. So, as promised, y'all, we got like an open Q&A here. If nobody asks, reasonable, respectful questions, then I'm just gonna keep going on my general topic, and like this. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Siham. So Lee and Shay here for questions and answers, as am I. But Lee saying that she only answering questions if you guys put a super chat. So she going full Asian scammer on you here.
I'm not taking $5.
Abuamerican, what are your thoughts on crypto bots? Is it a profitable way to make passive income? Yes. I have seen some crypto bots that actually do very well. I have a crypto bot that's running, and it doesn't make me a lot of money, but then I don't tinker with it either. So then I just leave it running, and he makes me like, it's trash. It's like maybe like €2.90 a day. But there's other brothers, like in my men's community, there's a brother, he's got a bot that he says is like turning out 30%. I just haven't had the time to focus on, getting over there. He was actually running like basically like Zoom classes on how to set up your bot so it maximizes the profits. But I haven't spoken to him recently about it, inshallah. But I do think they do make money. The War Room has one that apparently makes good money also. So those bots are out there. Abuamerican, what are ethnic backgrounds of your wives? Indonesian, Kenyan, Somali, and Nigerian. He said Qatari. No Qataris. No Qataris on the team. All right, so here what we got to hear. The common argument from women about Mehr: if you ain't paying a big amount, you stingy. If you really wanted to get the girl, you'd pay no matter what. Let's say if she really wanted you, she wouldn't set a high Mehr. It's reality. If a woman really wants you, she's not charging no high Mehr. She's trying to get down like right now. She's like, yo, what's up? Yo, throw some rocks at me and talk to my dad, and we're going to make this happen. So, yeah. Oh, this is a good one here. This is a good one. John Apsey with a good question. So how's the dynamic between your wives and the children that are not theirs? Very good. Lee, over here joking, she puts up a lot of photos on her Instagram. And Shay's really good with the kids. They're not her kids. She's very, very good with the kids. She be playing with them and stuff. And they like her. They be looking for her. Like, yo, where's Shay? They be running up like, So it's really good dynamic. It's really good. Alhamdulillah. We am L with a €5 super chat. Barakallahu feek. Finally live I can attend. First time I get notification you're live. Alhamdulillah. And it should be good because, kids are basically kids, man. They ain't, kids don't deserve no smoke from anybody, in general, unless they're bad, unless it's a teacher. In general, kids don't deserve smoke from adults, unless they have a reason. So if you get like a wife and she's like throwing like, smoke at your kids, there's something seriously wrong there. You know what I mean? You see these movies. I don't know if it happens in reality. You see these movies, guy gets married, and then, or the woman gets married and the guy kills the woman's kids or the woman kills the guy's kids. Yo, I don't know. Yeah, it's mad. Abuamerican, have you ever thought about doing an Instagram live? No, never thought about it. Is there something good about it?
Doesn't make money.
There you go. YouTube pays me. Instagram doesn't. So that's why I'm over here. Because YouTube drops them that ad revenue on me. So... But you just said women should lower their standards. No, women should understand her standard, aka where she's at. It's like me. I never finished engineering. I started off university studying engineering. I started off studying automotive engineering. Loved it, but I was lazy. I didn't finish it. I'm good with cars. I'm good at fixing cars. Does that now mean I can go to Ford and say I want a senior engineer position? No. And that's what I am. That's what a lot of these sisters are. They're like the person who didn't finish their engineering degree. They like engineering, they like cars, but then they're at Ford asking for like a senior engineering position. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. You just regular. We're gonna put you on the assembly line. That's where you belong. So a lot of sisters are assembly line workers trying to get engineering positions. Is that lowering your standards? You can just say you're gonna stay a jobless bum because you can't get the engineering position? Well, you're being offered a lineman. That's what you are. You're qualified to be a lineman. I'm just saying. I don't know if that's lowering your standards. Just accept your reality. No, but it is what it is, man. You never turn it down, man. 326 people, welcome. What's up with y'all over here? We're supposed to be like having this conversation. They over here snacking and stuff, man. They over here talking about chicken and rice, eating, smelling up the house and stuff, man. We just covered this.
Indian.
Don't use an analogy. And that's the best way to make people understand. Analogies are the best way to teach. I'm a teacher by trade. It's the best way to teach. What? Keep it simple. I'm sorry, you can't get a simpler analogy than that, my man. I'm sorry. It doesn't get simpler. This guy. Abuamerican. It's a stalemate. Imagine demanding higher mahar than the daughters of the Nabi. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Side point: women who don't want to relocate, are they serious about marriage? The parents. I mean, to a degree, I understand and I don't understand. I mean, like, why would you not relocate to your man? But at the same time, I do understand. It's like, as a parent, I mean, it's kind of like iffy when the idea of my daughter relocating like halfway around the world. Halfway across the country is different than halfway around the world. Because what if something goes wrong? Now I got to take a 6-hour flight, to be dad. You know what I mean? To go up, slave the day and whatnot. So, yes and no. Hold on 1 second. Melvin Wateran with the 5-year super chat. May Allah continue to benefit you, increase you in knowledge, work, sustenance, and enjoyment with joy. Health, may He not deprive us of your presence. Barakallahu feek. I mean, and you, Ahi Kareem. I love seeing you in the chat, in the comments. So I wish the same for you. Barakallahu feek. Any tips on overcoming laziness? Yes. You just got to remember the bills have to be paid every day. Rent is due every single day. You remember that, and you're going to be able to do your work. Don't, in your mind, I don't care if you paid the rent today and you're good for a month. Think that you didn't pay the rent and the rent is due tomorrow. This is where motivation and discipline come in. I talked about this before. Motivation and discipline. Discipline keeps you going when motivation doesn't. So discipline yourself. Do what you know you need to do, even if you don't enjoy it. There'll come a point when you'll actually start to enjoy it. What is the sleeping situation like in your house? Does each wife have their own room, etc., kids, etc.? Anybody here want to help out with that? There's no super chat on this one, though. You ain't answering no super chats? She only answering with super chats. So basically, there's enough rooms for everybody. I tend to sleep alone on and off. I sleep in one room by myself. Lee has a room, Shay has a room, kids got a room. This is, mashallah, is a very, very big house. So yeah. Yeah. But sometimes, I sleep here. Sometimes I sleep there. Sometimes we sleep together. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes I sleep alone. But everybody's got their own spot. There's a bed right here, actually. Then there's a bed downstairs. There's actually 3 rooms downstairs, and there's another room down on the first floor. I'm usually down there on the first floor. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Sounds sexless.
What do you say?
That are the legend of Matan. Sounds sexless.
You sound sexless.
Oh my God, Abuamerican is evaporating.
This dude here. Sounds sexless. Yeah. You're here to laughing, so you dead wrong.
You can tell them the fight we had just because.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I ain't talking about that on a live. These cats will be trying to roast me. Let's just say there's
Give them the skin, the outside, the surface.
I don't even know how to address this. There's a lot of action going on, and it sometimes it can be intense for everybody, yeah, that's it. Abdul Jabbar with a 10-year-old super chat. May Allah continue and ease all your affairs, beloved brother, and yours. Put all your efforts and supports in the scale of your righteous deeds and build you a lofty house in Jannah. Ameen. And you, Akhi, barakallahu feek, man. Jazakallah khair. I love you. Barakallahu feek, man. May Allah increase you also. Ameen. Yeah. I'm not, I got a lot of problems, but sexless ain't one of them. Let me just say that. Yeah. It's definitely not one of my problems. What was the question? Where does he get the energy from? I think that was one of the questions that was recently asked. What'd you say? I asked for Maha al-Fatimi, because my husband didn't want to give me a Krugerin. Well, he should have gave you Krugerin. I don't know. It's like I think it's like a gold coin. I think it's a particular weight. It's a specific weight of gold, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. That's unfortunate. He should have given it to you. Was there animosity between your wives at the beginning? Ling Ling has animosity with one of my wives. It's pretty heavy, long-lasting, multi-year animosity. But otherwise, no. Anger, fighting, disagreement. Animosity is like an anger/hatred. There's Ling Ling and another wife have some long-lasting, pretty heavy and deep animosity. But all the rest, no. Alhamdulillah. Everything's good.
So what you mean? Have anger?
Yeah, there's tension between you and another wife. I think tension is an understatement. Does sleeping alone sometimes maintain attraction? I don't know. Does that maintain attraction? Does that help with attraction? What's it? Does sleeping alone maintain attraction?
Maintain, irritate, agitate, yeah.
Mike, does it like help it? Sleeping alone.
You sleep alone.
Oh yeah. For me, it's
makes me upset. I don't know.
They don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
She don't like it either. I'm a dude. I'm healthy. Alhamdulillah. So somebody show up and it's just like, if you know what I'm talking about.
Abuamerican just be gone after the action.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah, what can I say, man? I'm just saying. Bro, did the first wife know when you were marrying the second wife? Yes. I don't hide this. I'm not secret about it. One thing you don't, okay, look, this thing, and Ling Ling knows this. I don't know if Shay knows this, but like in Islam, a man is not obligated to tell his first wife that he's taking a second wife, nor is he obligated to tell the new wife that he already has a first wife. There's no obligation for him to do it. But I'm kind of against this, even though it's permissible. It's completely permissible, completely allowed. I'm not against it in the sense of its permissibility. I'm just saying it's like if you can't tell your woman you want another woman, you're probably not the guy to get another woman. If you can't say to her, say, hey, look, baby, I love you. I ain't gonna throw you under the bus. You bad as all outdoors. But you know, I was at the office and I was talking to Becky. And you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to, if you can't do that, then what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? This brother said, do you take pills? No, I don't take no pills. Alhamdulillah. This brother said, do you take pills? Okay, hold on. Let's see what this brother saying. What to do if you have multiple women that want to marry, but you are not ready for polygyny currently? Get married to one at least, bro. Get married to one. You know, find the best of them and get married. What's it say right here? Siham. Look, I understand that a man is allowed to have 4 wives, but men nowadays don't want a woman with kids or a widow. They want a young new virgin girl. To be honest, make a video about that. Men that knows what. I mean, look, sister, you can't begrudge guys for their preferences. Well, I talked about this. This dude said, remember, I don't know if you was on that live, but there was a brother, he asked me, he's like, should I marry this girl? I'm not attracted to her. And I was talking about, is he going to be able to fulfill her rights properly if he's not attracted to her? And, you know, so now you're talking about dudes like giving up their preferences. We don't ask women to do that. So, you know, I wouldn't expect brothers to give up their preferences. It's not good. It's not healthy. It's going to lead to a very unhealthy relationship. How you going? If I looked over here and Lee and Shay was like, how you think things would be? I'd be over here looking at him like, no, don't touch me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Guys get that too. Don't think for an instant. Guys don't look at women and be like, yo, don't touch me. I don't want this girl touching me. I don't want her on me. You know, dudes get it too. So if a guy wants, like, you know, he wants a woman that doesn't have kids, he wants a virgin, he wants this, he wants thin, or he wants fat, or he wants tall, he don't want skin. Let him have it, man. Because, I mean, what's that?
Yeah. Her, what is her spouse is hers. It's not gonna mix with, you know?
No, I don't understand.
Like your risk is your risk. It's not gonna go anywhere. Her spouse is her spouse. So let your choices, let the guys have their preferences, let the women have their preferences.
Yeah, exactly. All sisters got all these preferences and all these requirements. Brother's got to be 6 foot, 6-pack. You know, he's got to be making so and so much money, this, that, the other. A whole bunch of different factors. Sisters put demands on guys at what he's got to be. So why can't guys have like some sort of like, you know, preferences on his own? He doesn't want a woman with somebody else's kids. Let him have it. He doesn't want that. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, at the same time, it could be the case, and it's most likely going to be the case. The woman that he does want is going to have preferences that he doesn't fit into. And so it's going to take everybody time to find everybody. I mean, that's just how it is, man. I mean, let the people have their preferences, inshallah. You know, I understand what you're saying, but there's no obligation for guys to marry women they're not attracted to or women they don't want or in a position or a situation that they don't want. Well, imagine if a brother said the same thing. Y'all sisters would be freaking out. Like, what? Why do we have to consider, why lower our standards? A brother, like in this position, he's considered, you know, well, I'm not lowering my standards. They would freak out. But then there's this expectation that when brothers get to a certain point and he's like, he's the man, he's supposed to now take on that position in that situation. You know what I mean? I don't know. I know the world's not fair, but that's a bit like, yo, you know what I mean? Come on, bro.
What's up?
This dude says having side chicks haram. Abuamerican, what's your opinion on using natural stamina enhancers like ginseng root and maca powder? You know what the best libido enhancer is?
More women.
Bang. More women and women you're attracted to. There's nothing better for your libido than getting and marrying women you're attracted to. And if you get two, alhamdulillah.
You got random boys every day.
What the? Hey, man. Yeah, this is a Yeti mic. I'm sure you hear everything, my niggas. That's why I bought it. Do I swim? Yes, but I just don't do it often. But I can swim. You have to know how to swim. I'm sorry. If you're an adult, it's like paying rent. You got to know how to swim. Yes. One of them was. We're not going to talk about that, though. Just once. But yes, I have. Yes. 745 viewers. Barakallahu Feek. Hit that like button. Ling, I know you're only taking super chat questions, but you want to help them out here? What is your scalp routine? She does my scalp. She does my scalp routine.
What do you mean by routine? Like,
yeah, what do you do?
Yeah, I do like.
Yeah, she just shaves it. She just shaves it. That's it. She just shaves my head. There's nothing special. Ling.
The oils?
Yeah, sometimes she puts oils on my head, but
beard oil?
generally Ling just shaves my head. So let's see what we got here. Kamal says, I want to marry this girl, but her older sister who got married is telling her not to accept anything less than 30K in Mehr because that's what she got. How do you handle this? So she suckered. So you're supposed to be a sucker because that other girl's husband is a sucker. Yeah, that's like me going to a car dealership and be like, hey, my homie came in here and overpaid for that car. I want to do the same. How would you handle that, brother? This brother over here, he married, he bought a car overpriced. You help me understand, bro, don't overpay, man. Don't overpay. Don't do it. It's totally not necessary. None of this from the sunnah, this whole crazy Mehr price stuff. That's insane. 30K. 30K. Man, Gold B, what you doing, bro? Mashallah. My husband is the one who is interested in Pauling. I guess you mean polygyny, I guess is what you mean. I'm having super hard time dealing with this revelation. I personally am very happy with my husband, and I know he's happy with me. Yes, and he probably is. Your husband probably loves you very, very deeply. Listen, sister, you dealing with, 815 people, man. What's up? Get them likes up. Drop them super chats for Ling and Shay. They are not answering questions unless you drop super chat. So she just said yes. Listen, let there be no question, your man most likely loves you. He's most likely very attracted to you, but it's just not how Allah's created men. He hasn't created us with the same type of love as you. And you have to think about this from the way that Allah created our reproductive systems. Women have a very, very high, what's the word? I'm thinking of the word. Give me a second. There's a high investment in female reproduction. A woman's going to produce viable eggs once a month, right? It's going to last for a certain period, 3 weeks roughly. She's going to have her period, reproduce more viable eggs. If she gets pregnant and goes to gestation, I know I'm doing biology 101, but work with me here. It's going to take her roughly 10 months, just under 10 months to give birth to a child, which she then has to care for very closely for at least another 11 months before it's like self-sufficient and can start like grabbing food off the table and hopefully not choking itself to death. Men, so you got to imagine she's pregnant for almost 10 months. Then for another 12, she's watching a kid that can't be left alone like very often, right? A man, on the other hand, he can just literally every single day do the same thing to women. Another woman, just like you, every day until he dies. His body produces millions of sperms a day. There's no way, it's not conceivable that we're going to have the same reproductive strategy. I'm producing multi-million sperms a day. Shay asked me, she's like, how do you not dry up or something similar? She's like, how do you not dry out? I'm like twice a day sometimes. Literally. I'll be like, bow, 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 bow. The next room, bow, bow, bow. I'm every day. There hasn't been a day since we've been living together. I don't think there's been a day that I've been a free guy in terms of not like, spraying and praying in the house.
I remember you run away because you're like, you had enough or something like that?
Yeah, sometimes I need a break, man. Sometimes, skin gets sensitive. My knees, man. There's a lot of friction. So anyway, it's inconceivable that the reproductive strategy is going to be the same because I can produce 1 million sperm a day. You can only produce so many eggs in a month. How can your reproduction strategies be the same? It's impossible. It's impossible that you're going to love the same because of the way you reproduce. It's impossible that he's going to love the same because of the way he reproduces, which is multi-million sperms a day. You are going to love intensely and deeply because you have an intense and deep type of reproduction that takes a long time. Does that mean men can't love intensely and deeply? No, that's not what it means. But it does mean that he's going to have a whole lot of desire for a lot of variety that you're not going to be able to comprehend. You're not going to be able to fathom it. Stop trying. Sisters, listen, stop trying to figure it out. Because we're like, yo, why is she like this? So guys are confused just like you're confused. Like, I love him. I know he loves me. I know he desires me. Why is he like this? Because that's how he's created. Because he's churning out 1 million sperm a day. And you only taking like 500,000 a week. So I'm just saying, sis, don't be upset with them. Understand the man loves you. Most likely he loves you. Unless y'all ain't like, you got some nookie going on for like 3 months and then he's like looking for another wife. You got some other issues going on. But if y'all getting y'all action on and he's looking for another wife, that's normal. A healthy man, that's normal. Now, how he goes about getting that other woman, that's a different conversation. But it's healthy, it's normal, and it's not dysfunctional. There's nothing wrong with it. And what our society has done, it's told men and it's told women that this is not normal, that this is unhealthy. But it's like, yo, how is it even possible just looking at our different reproductive strategies that we're going to even think the same in terms of love and relationships? It's madness. So, I understand it's hard to deal with, and I'm trying to help you with logic here, but you just got to understand, and the logic doesn't help a whole lot sometimes because it's a matter of the heart, but you just got to understand that man probably loves you and he probably desires you. And yeah, it's just one of those things you're going to have to accept, I think. Yeah, see, there it is right there. Intimate with someone other than me. What advice would you give someone like me? I mean, I just dropped it basically. Like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah. Are you content with 4 wives? Do you feel like you could have more if it were allowed? Yeah, I could have. If it was allowed, I'd take 10, man. Money, bro. Yeah, why not? One of the biggest things is if you have like a healthy appetite and you have a love and like for women, don't think more wives are going to fix that. That's an internal issue that you're going to have to deal with. That's something internal in a man, because we've seen this from the PUA community. Dudes out here with like 600-700 lay counts, and they still looking. They can have sex with every woman on the planet. Nothing's going to fix that hole in their heart. There's nothing that's going to fix that black hole in his stomach, inside his soul, where his soul's supposed to be in terms of women. This is where discipline once again comes into play. Now you just got to accept, like, look, okay, you know what? This is just where we at. You got to stop. Some dudes can't do that. So, it's yeah. I could always, of course, could I take another wife? Yeah, absolutely. Who couldn't? Why not? I was talking to my men's community today. I was talking about this, and I was saying it's like not from a simpy perspective, and don't understand it wrong, but it's like I understand some of the simp mentality, but not in the way they understand it. And I was saying it's like, yo, women are kind of amazing in that sense, I mean, it's like when they're like women the way that you like them and you want them as women, bro, mashallah.
That is good.
It is good. Mashallah. Thank you, ladies. You know what I'm saying? But and then so why? No, I ain't paying nothing money. you get payment tonight. So anyway, so why would you not want more of that? If something is, you see, all these guys talking about, oh, women, too many problems, this, that, the other. That's like your experience with cars. It's the same thing. Of course, you don't want to compare women to cars, but it's the same thing. A guy who's only owned junky cars, the idea of getting another car, how could you have 7 cars, man? I hate it, man. They're always broken, this, that, that. No, your stuff is always broken because you bad at cars. You don't know how to maintain them. You buy the wrong ones. It's the same thing with you guys and women. That's why I made the vetting guide. You pick the wrong women. You deal with wrong women. You have wrong women in relationships, and then you find women to be problematic. But if you find the right women and you're happy with your women, why would you not want more of that? It's the same thing. It's like money. If money comes easy and comes well, you're going to want more, right? It's the same thing. Yes. What are you saying? Abdul Jabbar with the €5 super chat. If men who want to engage monogamy are weak, then why did the prophet remain monogamous to his first wife until she passed away? Who said that? Whoever said that men who want to stay monogamous are weak? Who said that?
If men want to engage in
I don't care if a guy still wants to be monogamous. Yeah, I don't care if guys want to stay monogamous. But when the messenger of Allah, peace be upon him, when he became the prophet, he had 11 wives in total, 9 at one time. So you explain that one to me. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, you gotta fix out that contradiction right there. I was monogamous for 16 years. Okay, now I'm not. 1,006 viewers. Put them likes up, my people.
Oh, 1K viewers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Super chat, each $1. Oh my gosh. So cute.
Barakallahu feek. This brother here, he's advertising here, mashallah. Okay, so we got right here, we am, it's a sister. I enjoy my peace and my space, so polygyny is perfect that way. I don't have to see all the time. Sound like like your husband, sister. I can have more time. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I'll accept that, mashallah. Yeah, she's right. Distance does make fondness grow. She's right.
Until the husband have it. And then he'll be like,
he can spend as much time as he like. Yeah, I suppose there is a degree of truth there, mashallah.
The competition anxiety is there, for real.
Okay, yeah. So competition anxiety. There you go. So, but where is that, You gotta ask that. Yeah, there. I see it. This problem. If there's not some sort of competition anxiety, there is a problem. To a degree. You don't want it to get excessive because that's where insecurity and jealousy comes in, and that becomes negative and it becomes toxic.
Mm-hmm. And she said he can spend as much as he wants.
Mm.
She'll be like, huh?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
They ain't taking Ling ain't taking no questions. If you don't drop no super chat on her, I'm sorry, bro. It's a question for you.
I said that.
Yeah, this is always a question right here. If you're capable of having 4 wives or not. Be honest with yourselves, brothers. You got to be honest. This is a lot of honesty, conversations, especially with brothers, need to take place in terms of polygyny. And let me tell you something. You got to be ready financially and physically. You got to be ready physically, my dude. You can't be way out of shape, and then you're gonna have a bunch of women and
you couldn't even lift 100 kg.
Yeah, everybody's expecting you to perform, and you ain't on par. They're gonna be honesty, self-honesty. Where do I live? I live in Germany, Berlin. Let me see. Just going down the list here, man. There's a whole lot of comments. Other than not getting along with other wives, what were the reasons you let go of the relationship? I never divorced a wife over the wives not getting along. That's 2 separate things. It's why would I divorce a woman because you don't like her? I'm married to her. You ain't married to her. So that's not, if a woman got divorced in my relationships, is because she did something stupid that involved me. I mean, sometimes I'm not saying not anything flies. Don't give me that look over there. I see you. I see the corner of my eye. Shush. So anyway, you can't allow consistent and constant like disrespect or whatever else between the wives. It's still your wife, and so if one wife is disrespecting your other wife and calling her names or talking trash, whatever else, she's talking trash about your wife. She's your wife too. So that kind of like, this type of stuff you can't tolerate for too long. You're gonna have to put a stop on that. You're gonna have to put a stop order like you do when you buy crypto. You're gonna have to put a stop order on that type of behavior. You're gonna have to figure it out. But if they don't get along, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Because y'all ain't adults. You know what I mean? So the reasons I got divorced is mostly because guy friends, uh, social media addiction, and a few other topics like that. But it's mostly related to like social media, dude friends, and just like some extreme, like horrible Islamic belief, aqidah and manhaj and whatnot. So let me see, just going down here. How do you manage the bedroom? So what's it saying right here? How do you manage their bedroom in the house? I reckon seeking knowledge and housework should be boredom. I was gonna say bedroom. I'm like, what the heck? It was like, I don't even understand the context here. That's why I was reading slow. I was like, yeah, you know where my head's at. So how do you manage their boredom in the house? I reckon seeking knowledge. Shay is a student. She's got school. She ain't got time, so she does her classes online via computer. And Lee, she got the whole house to run. She got kids and everything, and school. She like the soccer mom. So there's not there's not a lot of time to be bored up in here, And then when I come home, everybody taking care of my stuff, help me out, chilling, whatever else, talking, catching up, and this type of stuff. But there's not really a lot of time in the day to be bored. We got too much going on. So yeah. Are pronouns in a sister's bio automatic dismissal? You're fired. Just gone. What are you talking about? Pronouns? What is this, man? It's like, what is this obsession with pronouns in the 21st century? For me, I ain't talking to nobody. The pronouns and the bio thing is a bit strange. I'm like, yo, we've been fine as humans for, the non-Muslims say millions of years. The Muslims say hundreds or thousands of years. People of religion, I don't care. It's been a long time. We've been fine without pronouns in our bios and all this type of stuff, Here it is. Can you imagine back in the days of Kings of Night? Sir Henry Winkendoodle from the kingdom of over the hill. His Royal Majesty goes by the pronouns of knight and his hoarseness. It's never been a problem in human history, so I don't see why it's one now. I find it all a bit odd. It's been working okay for us as is. Let's just let it go. So I find that a bit weird. I find it weird. You want to do that stuff, do it, but don't expect me to engage with it and like entertain that. I'm gonna be just over here like, no, you're her, you're she, you know what? I was just saying today, I'm gonna call this lady. There's this lady that lives around the corner from me. I just call her whatever name I want to call her. And Lee's like, yeah, that's not her name. And I'm like, I don't care. I call her that. And I'll literally like text lady because she's like in this community group with us from like the whole neighborhood. Everybody who is in these new houses. And I'm like, hey, so-and-so. And it's not her name. You know what she does? She responds. I'm calling you what you want to call you. He, her, she, whatever else. Your name's Sally today, girl. And she's gonna say, yes, daddy, I'm Sally. I'm saying, oh my man, I'm joking. With a 5-year super chat article off feet. Men make their wife feel guilty and shame for saying no to him remarrying because she strongly believes that she can't handle it emotionally and psychologically. I mean, I understand what you're saying here about it being difficult. I mean, I don't think I've never heard of a dude say that it's like something easy for a woman to just accept polygyny. I mean, I personally never heard it. Maybe someone could point me in that direction, drop me a link to these people, these brothers making these statements online. But at the same time, Islamically, it's kind of like it's not your right to say no. I mean, I understand you can put this in your marriage contracts and whatnot, and say, oh, you can't take another wife. But if he doesn't agree and he wants to take another wife, really, Islamically, it's not your right to refuse him. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not. That makes it even more difficult, obviously, but this is not taking shots at like anybody's husbands out there, but it's like, or any sisters. I'm not taking shots, but let me ask you, if you don't trust your husband to marry another woman, why did you marry that dude? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like you so scared that he's gonna marry another wife that something's gonna go wrong. You married the wrong dude in general, because that dude, if you're worried about him with another wife that's permissible, that he's open about, I just imagine what he would do in secret. You're literally saying, I don't trust him with the permissible, which only leaves open the door to the impermissible. So if you don't trust him with that, why are you trusting him? Why not open the door to the permissible, where everything is open, transparent, and you can see it? There's so much transparency in it. If he's fair, you're going to see it. If he's not fair, you're going to see it. But if you hide it and he starts hiding it, or excuse me, if you don't allow it, and then he starts doing it secret, God, then it's going to reconfirm what you already believed or felt. But the problem is you are the fault here. You see, now this is where our sisters need to start taking accountability, because you are causing him to be everything you didn't want him to be by telling him he can't practice polygyny. Think about it. And you'll know I'm right. I don't want you to practice polygyny. I can't handle it. Did you even give him a chance? How do you know? Have you ever been in a polygynous marriage? Have you ever tried it? You know, everybody likes to say, Allah will never put a burden on you that you can't handle. But then when it comes to polygyny, all of a sudden we can't handle it. Allah hasn't lied. Maybe you should give it a try. I'm not saying just give it a try like it's hamburgers. Let me try pickles today. I didn't try pickles yesterday. That's not what I'm talking about. It's not that simple, obviously. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you saying about your husband if you say you can't handle it? Obviously, you doubt his love for you and how he treats you and how he feels towards you. You've got different problems altogether. Let me ask you, do you doubt that I love you? Just because sometimes, really? Well, that's a revelation. But is it ever in regards to other women?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I'm surprised. Okay. So you think I love other women more than you, or I stop loving you or I love you less because I have other women? This is a surprise to me. Let's hear this.
Sometimes, in regards of that woman,
you got me there. I was like, oh, okay. No, go ahead, please.
Yeah, in the regards of that woman that you.
See, now she's talking about the wife she hates. So this it already invalidates her conversation. See, it kind of invalidates your point here, because now you're talking about a specific woman that you have animosity and anger towards. Well, yeah. So how is that you have to rule that out automatically, because you're too emotionally invested in your battle with her for that to even be a fair conversation.
I'm just thinking about the facts, what happened.
Okay, but let me ask you,
even you and me.
Yes. But let me ask you, why should I have animosity towards her because you do? It's my wife, right?
It wasn't before.
Okay, but let me ask you this. If she has animosity towards you, should I have animosity towards you and divorce you because she doesn't like you?
No. It happens before you got married with her, right?
Okay, but we're talking about right now. We're talking about right now. I asked you a question about right now. Yeah, but I ain't talking about like 3 years ago. Right now.
I don't want to talk about it.
No, see? She started a conversation, now she want to talk about it. See? Yes, absolutely. So, anyway. What is that? CA Canadian dollars? What is that? I don't know what that. $6.99 super chat, $6 super chat, $7 super chat. Salam, brother. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What advice would you give brothers who grew up without a father figure in their life and struggle with being a man? Ooh, that's a good one. In general, I think I don't think there's any problem with mentorship. You know what I mean? I think everybody should seek out mentorship. I have mentors. I didn't get into like the money making online game until maybe like a year, 2 years ago. And like trying to learn how to monetize internet money and whatnot, marketing and this, that, the other. And I didn't start that stuff until like 2 years ago. So what did I do? I took our mentorship from those who I knew were better than me at what I was looking to be better at. If you think you're lacking in some sort of like, particular area as a man, find somebody who's actually demonstrably, however you want to say it, but demonstrably is how I understand it, good at what you're looking to become, and then learn from them. And if they charge for it, then pay it, as long as you're going to get results, but yeah, go find a mentor. Yeah, it just wasn't a fair conversation, bro. It's like it's like an unfair conversation. It's like a bad start, It's like, yo. Are there? Give me that look. What you give me that look for? Look, give me a smile. There you go. That's my girl. Good girl. Good girl. That's why I like you. You gotta pay rent, don't I? You stay in my house? Prove it. Are there Islamic schools in Germany, or are normal schools the only option? Homeschooling is banned in Germany and Sweden. Yes, homeschooling is illegal. There are there are no. I don't know actually if there are Islamic schools or not.
Yeah.
Are there?
I saw in Frankfurt, some teenagers wearing Islamic.
Well, you can wear hijab, but
no uniform.
It's like a whole uniform for a school. I mean, my wife, you hear she's saying there are Islamic schools.
Yeah, there are some.
But I don't know about it. I've never followed it up. I mean, because
Bonn.
Yeah, Bonn, I can imagine. That place is crazy. That's like Muslim capital of Germany after Berlin.
There is some Saudi Arabian school here.
In Berlin?
Yeah, no, in Germany.
In Germany. And it's like open to everybody.
I don't know, but it's just paid. No, they donate or something.
Apparently there are Islamic schools here. I don't know. No, it's not, bro. It's not uncomfortable, bro. And this goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the show about perfect and perfection. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't everybody gonna be perfect. And I mean, I find it problematic that she has this animosity to her co-wife, and it didn't click in my head at first that when she was talking here about she feels like I don't love her sometimes, that it's in regard to the woman that she has animosity to. This used to be a big thing where she was like always on Twitter talking about married to my enemies. You can't like one person and then like my enemies.
Not only me. She also did the same. And then you always just blame me. Yeah, because I'm the one here next to you, right? The easiest one. No,
but everybody stopped, right? Did everybody stop, yes or no? Did everybody stop, yes or no? So we're going to get into what her point right here is. So anyway, she was posting all this type of stuff. I was getting on her about it. And then her co-wife was posting stuff and whatever else. And so she's saying I was giving her excuses, but it wasn't like that. See, there's always this transition point. And you can go and you can find this video on YouTube, and this video was posted like 5 years ago. So I'm not making this up right now on the fly. This is history. It's Abuamerican canon. So I talked about there always is a transition period. Like, is she your girl? This is the question I asked. You can look it up. I think that's the title of the video. So there's always this transition period to where it's like when you start a relationship with a woman, and is she actually your girl? And I asked this question. It's like, or is she like her ex's girl? Or is she like her daddy's girl? And she's showing up in your relationship, in a relationship with you, acting like she's in a relationship with her ex. Well, I'm just going to be the girl that I was the girl for my ex. This is the girl I was, or I'm like Little Miss Independent, Little Miss Feminist, whatever else. And so when I come in this relationship, I'm going to be Little Miss Independent, Feminist, whatever else. Right? And there has to be this training transition period where it's like, look, you can't be my girl and get the rewards. I spend my money on you. I give you my time. I give you, this. I give you that. I give you whatever else. I'm giving you my affection over everybody else. And you're going to continue just to be whatever you want, however you want. And so in that particular time frame, when all that stuff was happening, that's when her co-wife was. She was in that transition period. And I said, tell me if I'm lying, give me time to get her trained up and straightened. Did I say that or not? No. Did I say it? I'm asking you the question.
She can have whatever she wants to, but
no. Did I say that? Yes or no? We're having a conversation here.
Why she has to attack me? Why she has to accuse me, giving her evil eye? Why you let that happen? Why?
No. You see how women can't stay on topic? You see how they get emotional and can't stay on topic? And you ask a simple question, you get a whole bunch. What? Tell me something, guys. What does that have to do with anything? I just asked her a specific question, and I got back, why this, why that, why that? Night and day. This is why you can't have conversations with women. You can't. These are the conversations you can't have with women. She's emotionally invested in being a particular way.
Of course.
So okay, but no. I am. But I'm asking you a question, and you're not answering the question. What's the answer to my question? Did I say that? Yes or no?
I don't listen to your questions.
Did I not say give me time to get her trained and behave the way I wanted to behave? Did I say that? Yes or no? Okay, what did I say? I said something along those lines. Yes or no? I said give me time.
Before you get married to her.
Not before, no, after.
Problems start before you got married, and you still defend her. You on her side, not my side.
There is no side. There's no side. No, there's no side here.
I was your wife.
See, now she expects me to be unfair. She's asking me to take sides.
Of course.
But how do you do this as a husband who has multiple wives?
Before, when the things happened, when everything started, she's not your wife. Remember that? But
it was concluded that I was getting married. Yes or no?
I don't care, but
you don't care. Yeah, you don't care.
No, because
yes, but you don't care.
She's not.
But it was concluded in my mind, I'm going to get married, right?
Whatever.
It's not your decision who I marry or who I don't marry.
Yeah, of course it's not my decision why I do that.
Okay. Well, then why are we having this conversation? If you agree that it's not your decision on who I get married to, then why are you even bringing, why is this subject? Why is this a topic?
Why you take somebody who take me? Why? I'm your wife. She's not. Why you take someone who attack your wife?
See, now we're talking about like situations, and we could do this all night. I could literally have this conversation all night. That's not what we're here for,
Of course.
No, we're not here for this.
Right.
No, you're not. You're not. Because this was like a you see, listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest here. Everybody was acting stupid. Everybody was acting like a bunch of 4-year-olds.
Yeah,
No, that's true. Everybody's acting like 4-year-olds. You got mad because she didn't return the salams, and then after that, everything just went downhill. Then you started throwing barbs. She started throwing barbs back, like people are gonna do.
I didn't accuse her evil eye. She accused me. She accused me giving her evil eye.
Guys, I want you to take a lesson from this video. I want you to take this lesson from this video, which is what it says in the title. Nobody's perfect, but you're perfect for me. I love this woman over here. She goofy as hell, but I love this woman. Don't expect, even monogamously, your relationships to be perfect. I'm not going to throw the relationship under the bus for this. You guys know, just like anybody else, I've had plenty of divorces. This is not divorce-worthy stuff here, but these are the things you're going to have to deal with in general when you're dealing with women. And don't let anybody tell you, oh, it's all because Abuamerican's got multiple wives. No, you're going to deal with this monogamously. It's going to be some girl that talked to you on Instagram or whatever else, or at the office outside the door, whatever else. She's going to have some sort of problem with something that's going to be goofy. And she's going to have it in her goofy mind that's going to be a particular way. And you're just going to have to you have to let it go. Because if you don't, you're going to end up with just a bunch of divorces like me. So Red Sings and Blues, what's up, man? Shout out to the 1K watchers watching Abu. Haven't forgot about the collab this month, been busy. Yeah, man. We need to get on the crypto talk. Yeah, man, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's get that crypto show talk going on. So anyway, let's move on. Let's keep going. These women, boy, they'll drag you. See, this is how you can't let women drag you into these emotional conversations. I'm going down to questions, guys. So give me a second here. I would say that's correct. This is the struggle of polygyny. It's not for everybody. Polygyny can be difficult. It can be simple. It depends on everybody and how mature everybody's going to be. And you're going to have these moments when people ain't going to act mature. So, you just got to be ready for it, man. So it is what it is, man. Sometimes there's those topics and off topic, how much you bench. Bro, I don't even know anymore, man. I haven't been to the gym in so long that I don't even remember anymore. So anyway, moving on. Lee, yeah, you okay?
Yeah.
You all right? She say she all right. She's all right, guys. Nice. Oh, you just missed the fireworks, man. The wife was going nuts here, man. She was mad. She was like shooting shade and smoking, whatever else. She was like, yo, you evil, you mad, you. She went pew, pew, pew on the live show. She was like, oh, this is the Lee show. She was all like, this is my show today. Let me show. What you looking at over there? That's right. You best be smiling at me. Go, girl.
Hit you sometimes.
Just sometimes, like today.
Yeah.
But you still gonna kiss me tonight, right?
Yeah.
Look at her. See, she know I'm right. Look at her. She know I'm right. Yeah. So anyway. Hey.
What?
Hold on. Let me turn this camera off. Come over here and give me a kiss. Hold on. Let me turn this cameras off. Camera's off. Come here. Give me a kiss, girl. Come on, early. There you go. That's my girl. Haram, the noise. Masha. I'm that nigga you love to hate. Or you hate to love. I don't know.
Your dick is too good.
What the mic is still on. I just turned the camera off. My knee is. Inshallah. Soraya with the 10-year super chat. I'm okay with it as long as he brings a CEO woman as the second wife. Okay, a CEO wife. This is interesting. I've never heard this before. Not a mouth to feed. I'm being real here. I can go without emotional fueling, but not without basic needs and my lifestyle. It's survival. But here's the thing. Your husband should be taking care of all that anyway. So it's like, even if she's not a CEO, even if she is a CEO, there's no obligation for her to like take care of any sort of like finances. If he can't afford it, he just shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? If he can't do it, he can't do it. Don't do it. It shouldn't really be like this. He's got to be a this said cringe. This has got to be like this is something that he has to handle on his own. This is not something that he can like pawn off to another wife. Him taking another wife. Yeah, I just freaked out. He said, "Wait, you can see the cameras." I was like, "What?" Him taking another wife shouldn't impact your life. You shouldn't see like a negative impact on your quality of life when he takes another wife. Generally, that shouldn't be the case. So, something's wrong there. If he did, that's from the Islamic standpoint. What the non-Muslims do, I don't know, but from an Islamic standpoint, I don't think you should see like any sort of reduction in quality of life. $5 super chat. Just sent you an email right now. Jazakallah khair, man. I'm gonna check in and hit you up, man. Yeah. It requires a lot of sabr to maintain with one wife. Just imagine multiple. Yeah, you gotta have a lot of patience, man. And it's not perfect. People argue. You hear it right here. This is our second argument in like 2 days. We be arguing sometimes. It happens like that, man. It's normal for people to argue. Going back to the topic, nobody's perfect, but you got to be perfect for me. You can't expect perfection from people. People are people, man. They're gonna do goofy stuff. The thing is, you got to make sure that you're better to your people than you are to just regular people out there. And that doesn't mean
talk to that before you got married to her. Yeah.
He's goofball. So anyway. What was I saying before she threw off my mental train of thought here? Derailed my mental train of thought. Being better to your people than the average people out there. And a lot of times, and I'm not throwing shade at the women, but a lot of times this is what you find that women do. They're better to people out in the world than they are to people at home. So it's like when she puts on her makeup and her nice clothes, she's normally what? She's going out, right? But then when you come home, it's like all sweatpants and like frumpy hair and whatever else, and walking around in some ugly Crocs or Ugg boots or some crap. You know what I'm saying? And you just like, hey, man, what's up? And then she go outside, she get all made up and done up. She's wearing like, her nice pants or dress or whatever she's wearing, or abaya for the Muslims. that's a real problem. You know what I mean? So, you know, but at the same time, guys do it too, man. You go out and you're nice to people who don't like you at work, and you come home and you like mad and angry at your wife. You know, it's like, but you're nice to them people at work that you hate. You know, don't be those people. You know what I'm saying?
Why did you hate it?
Huh?
Somebody discussing somebody else was just like,
It's
funny, but it's deleted by you this. I was about to show it.
What's this? Abuamerican, I would suggest you video called Tiger versus Lion Mindset on Kevin Summers' show. I'll check it out. I don't really have a lot of time to like, consume other people's content, but I'll try and check it out. When a man takes a second wife without telling his wife, it's called betrayal. Although it is permissible in Islam, the hurt the first wife goes through is indescribable. I guess you mean undescribable. Let me do this first. Let me look at something before I answer this, before I address this.
He's talking about this mindset. He said it's not a mindset, but it's who you are. Dimwit. He said dimwit, so I was laughing.
So let's go back to the sister's comment here. Now that I got this here. So she says, when a man takes second wife without telling his wife, it's called betrayal. Although it is permissible in Islam, the hurt the first wife goes through is indescribable. Here, why is my thing freezing up? Betrayal, the action of betraying one's country, a group, or a person. Treachery, disloyal, certified, bad faith. More definitions? None. I'm not really sure I can agree with that, because if it was like, as you say, if it was a betrayal, then it wouldn't be permissible. There's nothing with a negative connotation to it that's permissible. So if it's halal, it can't be betrayal. Maybe you don't like it, but I don't know if you can call it betrayal. I don't know. I understand that the hurt you'll go through, but I don't know if you're gonna. I don't know. Betrayal is a pretty heavy word. You know what I'm saying, sister? I understand.
Disrespect, not betrayal.
Disrespect, yeah, we could take that. I even find that disrespectful. I think you should tell your woman. It's like, why are you scared of her? Don't be scared of her. She gonna leave. Hey, you know what? I got a woman to agree to be a second wife, and you gonna leave? Really? You think that's? You know what I'm saying? Any average man, any man with some common sense is gonna look at the situation and be like, if you go, this woman's already okay with being a second wife. I got her. I'm gonna get somebody else. You see what I'm saying? You're counting on your husband being cordial and respectful of your anger and your emotions in a situation. When let's be honest, he doesn't really have to. If he does, that's a beautiful thing. But it's like, it's kind of like playing chicken with a wall. Most guys don't realize that they're the wall. And if you marry a man who understands he's the wall, you're going to crash into the wall, sister. You keep going 90 miles an hour, you're going to hit something. This is real talk. Dude Desi with the $20 super chat. Barakallahu feek. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to give you endless rewards in this life and in Jannah. Ameen. And you too. Ya akhi kareem. Barakallahu feek. Let's see. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Abuamerican is a man. I'm the sailor of the boat, and the women are just the boat sightseeing on my boat. Is that a good way to look at a relationship? Yes and no. I did the boat analogy in a video, and my point is like this. Generally, if you're doing things right, not only are you the captain of the ship, you're the guy who actually built the ship. You built the ship. You set it to sail. You're the captain of the ship, and now basically it's like, when you let someone on board your ship, they're on your ship. Then they start coming up talking about you got to swab the decks. Like, wait, I built this boat. I'm the captain of the boat. I ain't cleaning the decks. I'm gonna grab the wheel. No, you're not. That's my wheel. Do you see that wheel? I remember the tree I cut down to make that wheel. That's your life. That's why I tell guys, do the work. Build your life in a way that makes you have ownership and responsibility over your life. Don't let nobody else come up in here and start. If you were man enough to build the boat, aka a good life, now you just gonna let someone come in and just like take over the boat? Really? And the audacity for anyone anyone to think they're going to come into another person's life, male or woman, male or female, but a female coming, since you're talking about relationships with females, she has the audacity, the unmitigated gall to come on board the ship and be like, yeah, I see you built this ship here. I think I'm just going to take charge of this thing. Do you want that person in your life? They know the work involved in building the boat, what it takes to sail the boat, and they're counting on you to maintain the boat and keep it afloat and make everything happen to keep that boat going. But at the same time, I'm going to run the boat. What? No. It's a good analogy, but it's an incomplete one. It's a bit crazy. It's like me showing up at my job after the owner of my company built that company from the ground up, and I'm just like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to take this stuff right here. You know, this is mine. And you're like, no, I didn't build this for you. This is my company for my family. You know what I mean? Dude, Desi with a $5 super chat. Disrespectful wives produce disrespectful daughters. I agree. Choose the wrong woman, you harm your kids, dunya and akhirah. I agree. That's why I made the vetting guide. And I actually talk about the relationship that women have with their families inside the vetting guide, that, you know, you need to look at that before you marry a woman, what kind of relationship she has with her family, you know, because if she talks crap about her dad, she's probably going to not do much better with you. So, yeah. Let me see. Amana. If done correctly, it's all good. I've seen this. I think in some cultures, men just want a side chick without responsibility of marriage. Yeah, I would agree with you on that. There are dudes out there like that. You know, yeah, no comment, you know. Absolutely right. When's the right time? What happened?
Oh no, just
Okay.
He's quiet.
Okay. Everybody's okay?
Yeah, I am just.
Oh yeah, you ate good. I saw that. What kind of men should marry troubled Muslim sisters? None. If you have troubles and you have problems, you need therapy, not a husband or a wife. You need to go get your issue sorted out. You need to go get yourself fixed up. You need to make yourself like, you know, it's not the same as jail, but the idea of jail is to reform a person so that they can re-enter society, right? So this is similar, but not the same. It's not jail, but you do need to, like, you know, fix yourself before you consider to be like a person that's ready to enter into a relationship, you know, with another person. You know, your traumas, dramas, and whatever else, you drag that into somebody else's life, you know, you're gonna screw them up too. And then you might have kids, you're gonna screw them kids up too. You know, so it's really nobody. So here we are, an hour and 17 minutes. You okay over there? Depend on what? I gotta hear this one. We're gonna hear some goofy stuff again. Please, let's hear it. It depends on what. Yeah.
It's gonna be wasted to say something.
Probably. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So back to the. How's everybody doing? How you doing over there?
I'm good.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, guys. What's up? We got some questions, whatever else. If not, I'm gonna go a little bit more. You know, just talking about the imperfections of relationships. You know, don't, you know, whatever you do, especially, let me say this, especially to a lot of our sisters. You know, if you got a dude and he's just like a regular dude and he, like, you know, he's just doing regular dude stuff, but he's solid, you know, you can count on him. Don't like, you know, take advantage of the fact that this dude is predictable to, like, you know, really like lose your stuff and you're cool, you know, and like make his life difficult, make your marriage difficult, and then end up in a you know, in a divorce, because that's what we see happening nowadays. You know, a lot of people are like ending up in divorces in huge numbers over stuff that just don't even make sense, you know. Ooh. Lessons following your relationships with European reverts. We were talking about this in my men's community today. Out of all the women I'm with, not one of them, not a single one of them is from the West, nor were they raised in the West. Not one of them. Now, I don't want to throw shade at our sisters in the West, but all those divorces I've had in the past, the ones that everybody complains about with Abuamerican, they were sisters from the West. And now my stable relationships that are lasting well, doing well, they're from sisters and women who were raised outside of the West. They're not from the West. Maybe they are in the West, but they were not raised there. I'm just saying, you know, do what you please with that. I'm not saying it can't work. I'm just saying there's a lot of polygynous household. I got the guide to polygynous household. I talk about that in there. I'm probably going to do some updates with the polygynous household because there's been some, some very interesting revelations with a bigger house, but like some new problems popped up. And so I'll probably add those and update the polygynous household. Those who have already purchased this, you'll see those changes. Those who haven't purchased it, you'll get the new updates, but I don't think I'll alter the price. It's probably just going to be like a few, like maybe like another 30 minutes to 40 minutes of video added on the back end of what's already there. Inshallah. You check that out, the polygynous household. Which snap is that? I don't know what you're talking about. What of women who want control of their guy's phone but don't let men use theirs? I don't know. I've never asked Shay for her phone. Would you give me your phone? I know Leah gave me her phone. Shay just gave me her phone. I've never asked her for it before. I could literally go through here all the conversations, everything. I don't know if she'd freak out or not. I don't think so. God, Allahu Akbar, you got a lot of apps on here, man. The heck? Do you use all these? No. What is all this? What? I couldn't go through here if I wanted to. Man. Yeah, anyway, she gave it to me. I could go through here. I mean, I could open up some apps and like start going through her stuff. I don't see why it's a problem. I mean, my women can go through my phone if they want to. They might see some stuff they don't like, but maybe I like. or maybe they like. I don't know. But in general, it's like so I mean, if they say like, you can't have my phone, I'm gonna be like, yo, red flag immediately. It's like, be like, hey, what you hiding now? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Change my password now. Oh, yeah? Yeah. So you want to be a red flag? Yeah. And who got you that phone? Who got you that phone? You. Uh-huh. I'll take that back to the store and get a refund, my niggas. You see how your password work out for you? You can do that? Yes. Refund it. This is yours. No. You gonna put a password on it. I'll just get my money back and we'll be chilling. Go buy me some Nikes or something, some Air Force Ones or something. I don't know, some shoes I ain't ever gonna wear. There's no reason for you not to have access to a phone. I don't know why that would be an issue. We had this conversation multiple times. Sisters always freak out. It's like, what are you hiding in your phone from your husband? You really gonna make your phone more important than your marriage? Is there what's in your phone that's more important than your marriage, to the point it's like you want to like trigger the suspicion thing in your husband's mind? This is why you see so many divorces, because sisters out here like, oh no, you can't look at my phone. It's like, okay, all right. And then when a dude like loses cool, I'm not saying he should lose his cool, but he should definitely like, red flag alert, redder than my shirt. That's a red flag redder than my shirt. It's like, you should be like, yo, like what? You know what I'm saying? Okay, all right, keep your phone, lose the husband. It's what a lot of these sisters are willing to do, though. They're willing to keep the phone and lose the husband. So yeah. Four, correctamundo. 4. Just going out of questions, guys, here. Yes, that's correct. Jawad, you're right. And so is Mehr. You're both correct. Yes, that having more wives increases testosterone. But in the same way, having a single wife lowers testosterone. They've shown research shows that a man with one wife, his testosterone levels drop. A man with multiple women, his testosterone levels increase. The polygyny permissible if done correctly trope is pathetic. I don't know which one of the brothers on the internet obliterated this way of thinking. It was golden. I'll eat your food if cooked correctly. Okay, mashallah. Good one. I haven't heard that one before. Man, 900 people, man. Article off feet. Does reverting to Islam have any effect on the overall mindset of women from the West? You have to ask a woman who reverted from the West. I can't help you with that one. I don't know. You have to ask a Western revert sister. So, is there anything useful? Is there anything useful you'd like to add here?
I we usually put useless.
Useful. Note the word useful. Something that people here can take advantage of and say, hey, this will help me in my daily life with my wife. I didn't hear who that was. Many men already found a woman, and discussed marriage with the second woman before ever having a discussion about polygyny with the wife. This is usually how things happen. You know, even guys, if you're going to be straight up with your wife about polygyny, I tell guys, don't have this conversation of multiple wives with your woman just randomly. It's like you start talking to her about it just out of the blue. You have no prospects. You don't know if you're going to marry a woman. You don't know who the woman is. Don't have that conversation with your wife because you know what's going to happen? You're going to just stress her out unnecessarily. She's going to get stressed out unnecessarily. Then she's going to stress you out unnecessarily. You're going to have all of the problems and none of the benefits. You're going to have all the issues that come with having multiple wives, but you're going to have none of the benefits that come with it. So generally, you know, don't do it. You know, if you know there's somebody, like I try, you know, to do the introductions prior to marriage. You know, I try to do this, you know, but it's not, you know, it's not always necessary. Sometimes maybe, you know, like when I was in Qatar, I was just like, yo, I'm going out and I'm getting married and I'll be back. This is how I used to do it in Qatar, but the results were not great. And so I'm not sure that I would advise that now, although I'm not beyond doing it again. Marlon, you want to answer that? You know, she said she said she.
Marlon helped you.
Yeah, but this is Marlon. So Marlon, he was an editor from one of my books. So yeah, go ahead.
Say don't be an asshole like your other wife.
What advice would your wives give to other women? Okay, so the advice was do not be an anal sphincter. The advice from one wife to a future is do not be an anal sphincter. I think that's just general advice that works for everybody and anyone. Just don't be an anal sphincter if you're a guy either, you know. So yeah, that's her advice. 1,300 people, man. What's up, people? Hit them likes. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The FBI is back in the house. Take me off the no-fly list, bro.
I don't think you're in no-fly list anymore.
You don't think I'm in a no-fly list anymore?
Yeah, I don't think. But...
Do they take you off that?
Huh?
Jiu-jitsu. I take jiu-jitsu. Really? You asked me a question 3 times, man? I ain't seen it, bro. There's so many questions, bro. I mean, it's like, and when I scroll, it like jumps up really fast. I'm trying to read it all. Ask it again. I'm sorry, bro. What was this question?
I already slide it down.
Oh, so.
Easiest way for Westerners to find non-Western sisters.
Man, I didn't see that, man. I don't see that anywhere. Jawad with a €5 super chat. Would you recommend rural Western women in America, or is it better to go overseas and just avoid Western women? City women or village women? I mean, my experience with like non-Western women has been very good. These are non-Western women here, but we are in the West. Obviously, it's been like, you know, stellar in comparison dealing with Western women in general. Just the mentality is different, but it's better. It's different and better. It's more like they're more naturally feminine. You know, they're just everything's better, man. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. You know, sisters ain't gonna want to hear that, but it's true. You know, I think for our Western sisters, they make a lot of demands and they offer like maybe 1/4 of what like non-Western sisters are offering, and and when I say offering, that's just how they are naturally. 90% of what you want is there naturally. They don't have to train themselves, they don't have to get coaching, they ain't gotta go figure it out, read a book or watch some YouTube channel. It's just in them naturally, and they come with like not even like all the crazy demands. So it's like, why would you even mess with them? I don't even understand, man. It's like what? It's like willingly making your life complicated. That's what Rich Cooper says. Men love to make their life complicated, intentionally. They just love to do it. It's like, why would you do it? You got options, then take the options, and whatever. I'm perfectly happy like this. I'm perfectly happy with my experience right now. Never talking to another Western sister again in my life. Never. And I'm not throwing shade. I'm not angry. It's too complicated. It really is. So it's perfect thing right here. Wasting time. We had, I say we had a co-wife. She was a Westerner, raised in the UK. She moved to Germany. What was it? It was just pure problems, wasn't it? It was like dealing with a teenager. There's a lot of just behavior that's just, and it's like, this is a full grown adult. This was like a full grown adult. And it was like, yo, what are you, and you can say, okay, well, Abuamerican, that's a single case, but it's not, when we were dealing with Becky, we had problems with Becky too. It's just always, a problem with these sisters in the West in terms of what they expect in terms of marriage and what they should be able to be doing and what they are doing and all this type of stuff. And it's just like, yo, slow down, man. And then they've got these crazy high expectations for you, and then they want no limitations on themselves. I don't know why brothers do it, man. It's like you're just setting yourself up for the struggle. I understand we love challenges as men, but it's not a challenge, man. You reckon you just, man, no. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I wouldn't mess around with it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. I mean, that's not to say there aren't good sisters in the West. I'm not saying that. It's obviously there's good sisters in the West. But the issue is, now you're competing with every other brother in the West for those few good sisters in the West. But the issue is also, every sister thinks she's that sister. I said, every sister thinks she's that sister. Every sister thinks she's that great sister. And you like, you know what I mean? So you just out here on struggle mode, man. Akeem says, I agree with Abuamerican. A sister in the West is unfortunately so entitled. You have to mold them, and it's hard. It is a lot of work. It's possible. But I mean, I'm 49. I don't have the time nor the energy anymore. Barakallah equal to 20 € super chat. I really don't have the time anymore. You don't have the time now if you're 20. You don't have the time if you're a 20-year-old man. There's so much you have to build in your life, and nothing's getting easier. You guys, you young brothers, man, I feel for you dudes. I mean, I feel for me too. But the problem is, it's like you're coming into a world where like skill sets are changing so rapidly, and you have to be able to upgrade your skills rapidly. You're learning programming today that's probably going to be like subpar tomorrow. And you're going to have to stack your skills on top of that by the time you finish studying. Then by the time you finish studying, inflation this year, from like in a 12-month period, they were just saying inflation is at 8% in Germany. Then you're going to come into a world where you got to try and find a wife, get family, do this, do that, inflation. You got cats coming with weird laws on injections, this, that, the other, war in Ukraine. You got all sorts of issues, man. And then you gonna throw like just some difficult, crazy woman talking about 50,000 Mehr on top of that? Really? And you gonna actually entertain that? Y'all brothers is dealing with some rough stuff, man. I mean, it's rough, man. It's rough. So I don't, yeah, you can mold them, but do you have time? Because just to stay on par in life is work, let alone excel in life. And don't no woman want like a bummy dude, he's just making it, he's just getting by. And then she of course, she wants to work, and she's working with some go-getter guy who knows that he needs to put in 3 times the work to go ahead. That's what she's looking at the office. And you're at home, Ahmed, from accounting, just barely making promotion once a year, maybe. It's too much work trying to mold it, man. It's don't mold it. There's a lot of women out there that just naturally the way you like them to be. Day one, I like Shay. I was like, man, this girl's like, mashallah. Ling Ling, I liked her. Day one, you know. That's rare when you find this in the West. You're like, okay, well, yeah, I can work with that. You know, I can we can negotiate this. We can change that. We can. It's too much work, man. It's too much work. You don't have time for that. Soraya with the 10-year super chat. When done correctly, which most of the time it isn't, it's beautiful. But unfortunately, most of the men in the society aren't the men like the Sahabas. So that's why it doesn't work out. Yeah, but most of these men that aren't like the Sahabas, but a lot of these sisters ain't like the Sahabiyat either. I mean, let's not act like sisters are out here like, being the Sahabiyat. Sisters out here literally, show me anywhere in the Sunnah or in Sirah where a sister, there's only one example in the entire Sunnah where it was tried to be forbidden to prevent your man from getting multiple wives. It's unprecedented, the idea that you're going to put no polygyny in a marriage contract. This is like a 21st century thing. So we can't also at the same time, okay, yeah, but a lot of brothers don't practice it. That's right. They aren't Sahaba, but their sisters ain't Sahabi out here either. They ain't out here holding it down Islamically either. Let's not act like sisters ain't out here dropping the ball also. We got the full team. We got the whole team, the Ummah team, fumbling the ball. So we got to be real. Sisters want brothers to up their game, but sisters ain't trying to up the game. I'm not going to cook. I'm not going to clean. It's not I don't have to. It's not from the Sunnah. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. And you're not taking another wife. And you're going to pay me 50,000 Mehr. Show me a Sahabiya. Who is your Salaf? Who is the Salaf of the sisters that they take this behavior from? I mean, I'm Salafi. So when I say I'm Salafi, I follow the manhaj of the Salaf. Anna Salafi. I follow the Salaf. I have a Salaf in a lot of my behaviors. Obviously, I'm a man of my time, so some of the stuff is, of course, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like perfect, whatever else. But the general concepts that I follow are from the Sunnah. Where are these sisters? Where is the Salaf to these sisters that are on this stuff today? I ain't cooking, I ain't cleaning, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. 50,000 Mehr, yada 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 yada.
What's the song? Yada yada.
Yeah, that's right. Yada 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 yada. Yeah, it's funny. Where's the Salaf in that? So it's not just a problem with the brothers. We are people who are together for a reason. Because if the best of mankind was the Messenger of Allah, peace be upon him, and then after him came his Sahaba. Those people were the best of their time. So if we were like these really high, great, religious people, we'd be born in a different time to a higher level of Iman people around us. We've got entire generations of sisters who think they should have been born in the time of the Sahaba, who wouldn't fit in there because the Sahaba all mostly had multiple wives. So, okay, let's take all these sisters today, transplant them back in time with the Sahaba. And what are they gonna get? They ain't gonna get no 50,000 Mehr. They're gonna go out milking cows and donkeys. They're literally gonna have a footstool milking not wild animals, but domesticated animals. They're gonna have dirt floors. They ain't gonna have villas. They're gonna have a co-wife. It's a bit. I understand what you're saying, sister, but what are we talking about here? We look at the golden age of Islam, which is the Sahaba. Those women were happy with very little. They didn't have like marble floors and whatever else. And don't think opulence didn't exist back then. Opulence existed back then. And the Sahabiyat, they didn't have it. Now when a brother isn't coming with opulence, he can't offer you the nicest things in a AMG C63 and a world tour on your marriage day. All of a sudden, he's not prepared for like polygyny. Why should I lower my standards? Were the Sahabiyat, were they women who lowered standards? Her husband didn't have like concrete, or not concrete, but like, stone floors in his house. He had dirt floors, literal dirt floors in his house. You don't think there were storing floors in the houses back then? Yes, obviously there were. There was tile floors back then. Look at the Sirah. The Sahaba didn't have that. Were the Sahabiyat lowering their standards? And then when her husband, who gave her a hut with a dirt floor, and there were stone floors back then, there was like, more than just huts back then. Did she like, I'm leaving my husband and going back to my parents' house because he's getting another wife and I don't have stone floors and he's left me in a hut? I still have to milk the cow. Sister, I understand your argument, but it's kind of like, I agree. A lot of brothers ain't ready. I'm not taking your point away from you, sister. You're absolutely right. There's a lot of brothers out there. They just swinging and firing from the hip, and it's just like they just want women. That's how strong the desire is. The dudes are willing to just do anything to get women. Obviously that's not what you do, and that's not how you do it. But at the same time, it's kind of like, would he have to be on that level of just going nuts? This goes back to that question that sister asked and the statement she made. Would brothers have to be on this stuff if he had it in his mind that his woman wouldn't be so difficult and crazy about the topic of polygyny? Would he really be on that? I don't know. Because when I hear a lot of brothers talk about, I want another wife, I hear reasonable conversations and expectations. Now, obviously, I'm not a woman. Guys ain't trying to marry me. So I don't know what you women are dealing with. Maybe some of these conversations need to be had in a different way. I don't know. I'm not saying share the conversations, but maybe, some realistic conversations need to be had so I can see what's going on out there, what these brothers are actually doing. But what I'm hearing from the dudes that are in my circles, they're reasonable conversations and reasonable expectations. I got a brother in my group. He's got a business of his own. He's at a couple 100,000 right now. He's going up to like 500,000, trying to shoot to 1 million by the end of the year. And his wife, who he's been with like from day one, who's seen him like shoot up through the ranks of life. This brother's about to come up on this year by like a couple of months, 500,000 a year, easy, probably gonna hit 1 million a year. His wife talking about, you can't take another wife. And she's regular. And I can tell you for a fact, this brother's a good dude. I can 100% say this is a good dude. And not just because I like him, but you can just tell by the way he talks, the way he carries himself, his mentality, the way he thinks, his demeanor, the way he talks. You can tell this dude's not like some just regular goofy dude. And I know plenty of brothers like this. So this is why I say I need to see these discussions that you sisters are having with guys, because the conversations I'm having conversations with high achieving guys that are like dealing with like just regular people who are telling him what he can and can't do. And that's not the life he built for himself. So I guess there's like a disconnect between what you're seeing and what I'm seeing, because I don't spend my time around guys who are just, all about wasting their life, and doing nothing, and so I suppose, yeah, because it's difficult for you because guys want to sleep with you. Obviously, it's hard for you to find those types of guys freely in the same way that I do, because we don't want to sleep with each other. We want to exchange value. But men don't view a relationship with his woman as an exchange of value. So it's harder for you to find those valuable guys who are going to be the type of guy that you think should be doing polygyny. I don't know. It's a tough conversation, sister. It really is. It's not easy, But let's try and be fair also. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because we got sisters out here spoiling the game, just like we got brothers out here spoiling the game. I'm trying to be balanced here. But I do agree that there's a lot of brothers out here dropping the ball and then leaving a bad taste in a lot of sisters' mouths. I do agree that is happening. Joe Wild with a €5 super chat, $5 super chat. My babysitters sound like they're doing a bad job. Do you think that the Western Muslim woman will hit the wall then? Should I buy cat food stocks then? I don't know. What are sisters doing? I've been getting more and more messages from sisters. I'm not really sure what they're doing. I know a lot of sisters are out there looking for brothers. And I know a lot of our sisters are out here selling something that brothers are not buying, AKA we're talking about a relationship here. So a lot of sisters are trying to offer and put on the market a type of relationship that brothers aren't in the market for. And so I'm not really sure what our sisters are doing. What are they doing? I don't know, because I don't really have a lot of conversations. There's this idea, this crazy idea that somehow I hate women. Everybody comes on my channel, oh, Abuamerican, you hate women. I'm sitting here living with two women. I love the heck out of them. We laugh, we joke, whatever else. I don't know where this idea comes from. But, it's just because I don't treat them like princesses because they're not my princesses, And so now all of a sudden I hate women. So what are they doing? I don't know what they're doing, bro. I don't know what half these sisters out here are doing. I know a large percentage of them. I know a lot of the brothers I talk to, especially the high achieving ones, they're not looking for them, and I feel for the sisters. I really do. I mean, I'm not mad at them or something. No, sister, I went there, my her, and there, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, bro. I don't. Yeah, buy cat food stock for sure, though. That's always good. Buy and SSRIs, I think it's called, like, antidepressants. Get stock in pharmaceutical companies, that sell antidepressants and cat food. And maybe start a cat breeding business too. Those fluffy cats. I think they like those. How's the fluffy cat business? You like fluffy cats? There you go. She loves fluffy cats. See, fluffy cats. The ones with the long hair, the long fluffy hair cats. They're like, yeah. Akeem with a 10-year super chat, Barakallah fee. That's why I'm focusing on my deen, make money, make muscles, and learn game. Good man. To be a role model for my daughter. Be the best version of yourself so you don't have to tolerate the behavior from sisters. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? There's going to come a point. Yeah. Bro, you dropped it, man. I don't even know if I can add on top of that. I don't even know what to say on top of that, man. You dropped it right there. Make money, make muscle. You know what I'm saying? Learn the game and just, stay focused. Stay on mission, man. Don't lose focus. We love these women, We don't love them hoes, though. Frozen? So yeah, we want a woman in our lives. We want to love these women. We want to be happy with them and everything like this. But there has to be limits. There has to be limits to what you're going to accept, because if not, you're gonna get trampled. And I don't even know if these sisters know they do it sometimes. Weam says, I tell my husband if you want to take a second wife, that's his choice. I also say the same breath, I'm being jealous is my right. Yeah, absolutely. No, I don't think anybody expects you not to be jealous. I mean, I think any guy who expects that his woman's not going to have some sort of jealousy is a damnable fool. That's just not realistic. If she shows it or not, you got to expect and understand it's there as a man, The problem is that non-Western sisters are becoming westernized, inshallah. The good ones are still out there. But here's the thing. You have to remember this. They're not being like that to their dudes. They're not acting like Western women to their dudes. They're acting like Western women because they know Western dudes are looking for them. So now it's like, I ain't marrying one of my dudes. I can act like a nut job. I can be this stupid goofball that I seen on TV because it's not one of my dudes. You see, and this is why I say if you are a sucker here, you're going to be a sucker over there. You can't be a sucker anywhere. You can't be that goofball dude here and then think you're going to go out east somewhere into the bush. Everybody got cell phones and like internet nowadays. You're going to be that goofball over there too, because nowadays, look at this goofball coming over here. Their dudes ain't goofballs. They don't have the luxury. So I guess some of them are goofballs, but they generally don't have the luxury of being goofballs. So, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to put up with that stuff. They're going to be like, this girl, who is she? She's down here from the village over here acting like some goofball. So if she wants to get a man at some point, she's going to have to respond in the way that the men in her community, expect her to. Culture, right? But then you show up, Ahmed Geek Nerd. You know what I'm saying? She gonna treat you like Ahmed Geek Nerd, whether you're here or there. But there's a difference because, again, their behavior is going to be more appropriate to their culture than what we see out here. The women out here, their behavior is appropriate to the culture out here, which is what. Let's look at Sweden. I got 2 videos coming out on Sweden. You're going to see this again. Sweden is a classic example. This is really good that you brought this up. So Sweden, what happened is Swedish men are so tired of Swedish women. And if you don't know, Sweden is the most feminist country in the West. Swedish men got so tired of Swedish women, what they did was they started going to Thailand and getting married. And now Sweden has the most Thai The highest Thai population in the world outside of Thailand. That's how many Thai women Swedish dudes married. Now feminists are mad and they want to ban visas, marriage visas in specific, for Thai women in specific. You see, so that's how bad it is out here. That guys are willing to go do stuff like that. So, this goes back to my whole conversation about women, like, selling what guys don't want. Kind of missed my point there. I kind of lost my point. I had a really good point, whatever it was. Whatever the case may be, you can't, whatever. You get my point. Lost my point. Mostly through the internet. But Lee met Shay and introduced Shay to me. So yeah. So Lee found Shay. You have to ask a scholar about this one. Generally, the understanding is that you should make hijra if you can. Allah knows best. Yeah. I don't understand this. Is this to me, or is that like somebody else? I'm getting 40. You can tell. I have to start from 0. I don't know what that means, but it's not a problem. Start from 0 then. If you start now, you don't have time to play around then. So yeah. So Ikram says polygyny is permissible in our deen, but brothers, don't let your lust deceive you. Running 2 households is difficult, and you will have to answer to Allah for making that choice. Yeah, absolutely. But it's always been difficult. It's been understood that it's difficult. So I mean, that's not new. You know what I mean? Yes, with the €5 super chat. Best live so far. Jazakallah khair, man. Barakallah feek. May Allah reward Abuamerican, his wives, and all those who support him for his beneficial content. Jazakallah khair, man. I'm trying to help people out here as best as I can with trying to live with multiple women and whatnot, and have relationships with multiple women. It's not so, I don't think I can be monogamous again, and so you guys should, inshallah, I hope, learn from my mistakes, because I did make mistakes, and I talked about that story about how I looked for help. I told you guys that story. I don't think my path had to be this difficult, to where I had so many divorces and breakups and whatever else, but it is what it is. I looked for help from my people. My people let me down. I'm not going to let you guys down the same way that they let me down. I'm not going to attack you for liking monogamy. I'm not going to attack you for liking polygyny. I'm not going to attack you for being a Sufi who wants polygyny. I'm a Salafi. We got this just automatic animosity to Sufis. But if you're asking me about something that I can help you with, that's a different conversation. Now, you want to go into Aqidah and Manhaj, we'll go into that, but I'm not going to just come at you. You come to me for help with one thing and I hate you for another. And I just throw you under the bus for it. That's not what we're doing here, Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My man Yusuf, what's good, man? Love that, brother. Just going down the comments here. MashaAllah, 1 hour and 52 minutes, almost 2 hours. Most of the time, I'm pledging. I don't know if us can't do it. I'm just gonna go down through some. I'm gonna try and get the best comments here or questions. Basically, it means exactly high living standards. Don't detest instrumental. Brother, who do you recommend from the West that's Salafi Da'i? I mean, come on, my list is known. Abu Hakim, Abu Khadija, Hassan As-Samali. We got quite a few brothers out there that I recommend. I mean, quite a few. Yeah, I'm a Salafi Publications brother. You know what I'm saying? I like the brothers of Troy, Salafi Publications. You know what I'm saying? You go check them brothers out. I mean, a lot of people don't like them. But if I have questions or everything that are really difficult, really heavy, or I'm in doubt about something, I turn to my brothers. I'll write Abu Khadija. I'll write him a message on WhatsApp, and I'll ask him a question. Say, hey, bro, this, that, the other, whatever else. He tends to respond very quickly, but very short answers. But he helps a brother out, He was there since I can remember. So, I love those brothers for the sake of Allah. I've never seen them on some deviancy, you know what I'm saying? Not me personally, but that's a different discussion. Again, we're going to get into arguments, with the crowd about this. So, You want to have that. The same guys who ain't ready, we can say the same thing about the first marriage, and that's why no one is getting married. It's true. If you ain't ready for two, you ain't ready for one, really. I mean, once you're ready for one, you're really ready for four. The only difference is the amount of money you have, but anything after that is like if you can manage one household, you should be able to manage four households. I'm not attacking you, Abuamerican. No, sister. There's no attacking. It's just I'm doing my rant things, how I talk. There's no combativeness in this. I follow Abu for a long time. I know he can handle polygyny, but many brothers do not. Yeah, no. I understand that, sister. When I go on my rants, hopefully you understand I'm not attacking anybody, your ideas. I will challenge them. You know what I'm saying? I'll go over my head because a lot of times when I have these like long rants, I'm literally processing some of the thoughts in my head right now. Like, okay, let's think about this. I'm doing the mental chess thing. There's no animosity whatsoever, unless someone comes at me crazy. But you never came at me crazy. Alhamdulillah, sister. This sister Siham's never come at me crazy. But y'all know from my comment section in my videos, people come at me reckless. I'm a fire from the hip. I'm a blast you both barrels to the face. I've talked to my daughter is 21. She's going on 22. We've talked about this because I'm on the husband search for her still. We've talked about this obviously. Yeah. So there's been this conversation obviously. Conversations, husband's wife, expectations, all this type of stuff. My daughter knows how to cook. She knows how to clean. She's all that type. She knows how to take care of a house. Alhamdulillah. So my wife, my daughter's ready to be a wife. Abuamerican, I'm getting shamed by family putting physical appearance on priority over other aspects like traditionalism. Obviously, if she's all looks and a feminist, lover, it's a no. But what do think I'm wrong? Oh, do I think you're wrong? We had this conversation in the men's community also. That sister who's going to be your ride or die, she's probably not like a 9 or a 10. She's probably not going to be a 9 or a 10. She's probably going to be like, a 6 or a 7. She's going to be that absolute ride or die that you want, that most men want. She's not going to be like a 9. Looks are important. You have to be attracted to your wife, but I wouldn't put it to the point where it's like I'd go past like, traditionalism. There's no reason why you can't find an attractive wife that has traditionalism with her. You just may be looking in the wrong place, Don't forget, guys, go over, sign up, cowife.com. We launching soon. We got all our stuff done. We got our tax paperwork done. We got everything registered now. It's just we're waiting on like the legalities now, man. We're just literally doing the legalities. So make sure you get over there and sign up before we launch. You'll still get that 30% to this day, 30% off for life. But once we launch, we taking on that 30%. You don't get that. You said you were 49. At Abuamerican, that's when you said you were 49. You don't have nerves for childish behavior. Yeah, no man really does. But at 49, you really don't. You don't have time for it. There's reasonable conversations and arguments you can have with your wives and your women, but there's like other stuff. It's just like, we are not having this conversation type of stuff, and yeah. What do your eldest sons think about your marriage journey? They don't really comment on it. They don't really care. They're mad focused. They're mad goal oriented. So, they're just like, yeah, women, they're like distraction. My sons are literally like, women are a distraction. I'm just trying to go through these whatchamacallit? These questions, and we're gonna call it a night here, inshallah. I'm gonna try and catch the end of what of all these questions here. Would you ever get 4 wives? I have 4 wives. My uncle was struggling physically when he hit 60 with 4 wives and doesn't recommend. I'm almost 50. So that means 10 years from now, I'll be 60. I'm sweating a bit. You can see, I'm sweating because it's warm up here. Maybe your uncle should have taken care of his physicality. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and look at all these Instagram 60-year-olds. These dudes out here looking ripped, more ripped than 20-year-olds nowadays. I mean, really, physicality and physical fitness is a choice. It's a lifestyle. Yes, you do have to take care of your body. You have to eat right. You can't eat junk, or if you do eat junk, you can't eat a whole lot of it. I eat junk. I just don't eat a whole lot of it. My appetite has changed. I take in some, like, I drink Coke. I have Coca-Cola out there on the window, because it's cold outside. But do I take in crazy calories all day? Am I smashing regular meals all day and everything? No. I ate twice today. Yeah, I ate twice today and I had some Coke, and it's like it was mostly protein. So you have to take care of your body. You can't just treat it however and then expect it to perform how you want it to, if you didn't take care of it your whole life. So his issue with physicality and Four Wives, that has nothing really to do with the Four Wives. That has to do with how he takes care of himself. Yes. Would it be cruel to make polygyny jokes with your monogamous wife? Yes, don't do it. Don't do that. It's just unnecessarily stressing her out, and then she's gonna stress you out. I make jokes because my women know I like women, and they know I'm gonna get married. There's that agreement and understanding I'm gonna get married to multiple women, so I joke like that. But if you're in a monogamous marriage, you're not gonna be anything but monogamous. Man, don't be torturing your woman like that. It's unnecessary. You're just making your life stressful. You're making her life stressful, and it's just without purpose or point. Just really, it seems a bit. I mean, from my perspective, it seems almost like bitter. Like, I can't have it, so I'm just gonna mess with your head now. You know what I mean? It's real. Like, just why are you doing that, man? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wouldn't do that. Do you like Bacava? No, I don't do. I do like it because it's sweet, obviously, but I don't like it because it's too sweet. Too much sugar is just really like does my head in. Ladies, I'm gonna start shutting stuff down here. We're gonna chill out, and hang with my ladies here. Do y'all have any sort of closing statements that are of use? That are useful to the crowd here.
No, I just want to stop another drama.
Oh, you want to start more drama? See, she knows she wants to start drama. See, she's like, said, I want to start drama. Remember what I said about the roller coaster, guys? See, this is what I mean. This right here, this is what happens when you don't like, had this roller coaster, remote control in your hand. So nothing useful. Useful. I see your eyes rolling around and looking around like, how can I twist this some way goofy? No, but you want to be goofy right now. So you're trying to find a way to say something that's useful, but at the same time goofy. And it's not working because the two are not the same at all.
For the ladies or for what?
Yeah, for ladies, whoever. Probably ladies.
The married action.
What?
The married action guy.
That's so racist. I can't put that on YouTube, you racist. What's wrong with you? You're Asian.
That's why I'm telling you.
Oh my. I don't think that's viable advice.
Nobody's heard that.
Oh, nobody heard you?
He said, what did you say?
I said, do you have some advice that can helpful? She said, what, for the guys, for the girls? I said, for the girls. And she said, don't marry an Asian. I was like, you're racist. She's Asian. Okay. I told you that's not a viable answer. That is not acceptable.
But it's useful. It saves you.
What's wrong with Asian guys? What is that? Oh my! These women, boy, they hilarious. No. She's talking about far. Sorry, she's talking about Far East Asian men. She's from Indonesia. She's talking about like Asian.
No. What I saw, the women from Africa, they are mostly submissive. Yeah.
Okay. So
the men take them from You see by the fact about the Sweden guy taking, they have to do the effort to import the five.
Okay, so let me break down what she's saying here. She's saying this is her advice to sisters, and I don't. So she's saying to sisters, don't marry Asian men because. Wait, go again. Because most Asian women are feminine and they're submissive.
The Asian men, they are effortless.
And they don't put effort.
Already submissive anyway.
Yeah, and they don't put effort into the women because the women are already submissive. So they're not guys that are going to put effort into relationships. I don't know if that's correct or not.
They already expect the women to submit to them.
I'm not.
And the women already expect to be submitted to whoever he is.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, but that doesn't mean all of them are going to be like that, is it?
It is 90%. Yes.
Did you date 90% or marry 90% of like Asian men?
Dude, I lived there 30 years, 32 years. I know.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, I don't know what to say with that one. Do you have any advice over there?
As long as you all get along in a polygynous household, it's better than a monogamous one.
Oh man, she dropped that one. Hold up. Come here. Come over here where nobody can see you. You got to repeat that for the microphone. Come. That was whoa. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, you guys can't see her, but you guys say that again, please.
I said, in my opinion, as long as you all get along in a polygynous household, it's definitely better than being monogamous.
If this wasn't on here, I'd just drop this mic. I'd just be like, blah. So you heard it yourself right there. If everybody gets along, polygyny is better than monogamy. I have to agree. Guys, barakallahu feek for tuning in. We've been on here for like 2 hours straight. I wish I could give you guys some more times. We had some more conversations, whatever else. But, it was very interesting. Ling Ling over here starting some smoke and stuff like this. That was very interesting. Caught me off guard. I was like, ooh, look at her. Ain't you all just pew, 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 pew. Came out swinging, huh? Okay. Who's kissing me tonight, though? There we go. So, oh, no. So, anyway. Man, stop it. So anyway, barakallahu feek for tuning in. Jazakallah khair. We're gonna try and do this regularly, inshallah, as much as possible. I can't make any promises, but we will try and do this as much as possible. Maybe a little bit more structured and a little bit different, because this is just like, yeah, it's kind of like on the fly. The setup here isn't really. It's still not ready. It's still not ready for shows and whatnot. Because we're talking about buying a house instead of, so I haven't bought any equipment, any furniture, nothing, because I don't think I'm going to stay here. But, do you want people on your TikTok? She got a polygyny TikTok. You want to put people on there or what?
Sometimes I put nasty comments.
Oh, well, they can't see your comments.
Yeah.
They can't see your comments like on other people's stuff, but they can see your videos. All right, well, I would drop my Ling Ling got. Yeah, she's got whatchamacallit. She's got like a polygyny TikTok and she drops stuff on there. So she'll drop that. We'll put it up on the comments so you guys can see some of that stuff, how we live and how life goes for us, as polygynous people, inshallah. All right, barakallahu feek. Do I speak Arabic?
Wait. I want to.
And I'm at Takalam Arabi.
Wait, I want to kick Legend of Mythal out of group.
Why?
Wait. Hide user on this channel, yeah.
Okay.
Or remove.
Yeah, you can do that. Remove.
Bye.
What happened to him?
Bye. Goodbye.
Well, what happened?
Goodbye, Legend.
What happened with Legion?
Baby.
So yeah, barakallahu feek. Yeah, bro. It's we just did it on the fly. We said we do it. We'll try and be a little bit more systematic about it. But it's also my fams. Also, I ain't really overly public with them. And I like to keep it that way. So Jazakallah khair. I'll try and do another live with you guys next week on Saturday, but it probably won't be the wives and whatnot. But we'll try and have some guests on, man. Get some people come on. I got to figure out a system to getting you guys on the show to where I can filter people and make sure they are who they say they are, and then we can do some live chats. I'm not gonna do any call-in stuff, but we can get people on the show, and we'll try that for next week. So let's try and get people, guests on the show. We can hammer this out, talk about it, whatever else. Siham, if you're willing to come on, we chat it out and talk about all these issues the sisters are having, because I need to really understand what's going out there from the sister side of the game. I'm hearing what's going on out there from the brother side of the game. I'm seeing chats, I'm seeing conversations, whatever else, and so I can formulate like structures and ideas and concepts for them. I want to try and help sisters out as best as possible, but I'm only hearing stuff, I'm not seeing stuff. So barakallahu feek for tuning in. We will see y'all on the next show. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm out.